when a 107-year-old woman spends her golden years giving back to others.
People seem to enjoy them.
There is hope. When a man without a home paints on the curb to make our days colorful.
Making the world a better place if I can.
There is hope. And when a bus driver goes above and beyond for his students to give them the ride of their life every morning.
Never thought I'd be doing this job. Lo and behold, here I am.
There is hope.
And maybe a little something special.
Something colorful. Something hopeful. Something special. Sponsored by DTE Home Protection Plus.
The holidays are a time to reflect on the year behind us. And let's face it, it can be easy to focus on the bad. But what if instead we remembered the people in West Michigan who brought us hope this year? Hi, I'm 13 on Your Side reporter Riley Mack. Today we'll set out on a path to meet the characters that give our community character. We start on a farm where a man in orange will bring you joy with his zest for life.
The roads of life can curve and meander.
That sums it up, yes.
If only they were as simple as M43, which every fall leads directly
You betcha.
to Mr. Rhodes and his farm-side abode.
I'm just a little old pumpkin man, and I'm just proud of that.
Nothing brings more joy to Gene the Pumpkin Man than the love
You bet.
of his land.
This is paradise on earth. And my father's father bought the farm in '85. That's 1885. So I'm the third generation. We are perhaps the largest retailer of squash and pumpkin in the state.
Every fall, thousands descend upon Gene's farm, making traditions and a new friend.
People come here and they show me pictures. Thanks, folks. Good to see you. They took 10, 50, maybe 25 years ago. I sell a product and I give away memories.
Gene plans year-round for autumn, and in his 88th year, he plans for the autumn of life, too.
No family member wants anything to do with it, but I have a personal friend that does. So when I die, he probably will take care of it. There's a sign on the barn door, a big sign, that says Gene the Pumpkin Man, and the man that's going to take over says that sign will stay. Now that's getting a little humbling.
Someday he hopes to leave behind roots that are deep and a legacy that is simple.
Let me live in a house by the side of the road and be a friendly man.
No matter what comes next for Gene,
I sincerely want that.
he takes comfort that it's not the end of the vine.
When I get to heaven, there'll be perfect pumpkins to inspect. And if there was many pumpkins, I'm not sure I want to go.
Gene's zest for life is so inspiring, and it reminds me of another man I met this year whose enthusiasm knows no age.
Oh.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's 97-year-old Lou Nichols, who can never be accused of doing life in the fast lane.
Amazing that the Lord has given me life this long.
Lou was drafted during 10th grade, so he never finished high school. Instead, he donned a cap and gown at 95, giving new meaning to a high school senior. But he wasn't done living it up quite yet. It's not a bird, not a plane, but a balloon.
Fly me to the moon.
Lifting Lou by flame. As he worked this year to check items off his bucket list in his late 90s.
Never thought I'd be up here like this. That was a perfect day.
Lou may never be one to live life in the fast lane, but now life cannot come sooner for the 97-year-old late bloomer. But it's not just the late bloomers that give us hope for the future, it's also the early risers. This year I introduced you to Randy Fortier, who retired from the paper mill after 40 years, taking on a part-time gig that quickly turned into his dream job at Reese Public Schools. Randy drives students of all abilities on his bus.
I look forward to getting up in the morning and going to work. It's great. I miss it when I'm not here. I just see the parents and what they go through with these special needs kids, and I just want to let them know that I'm taking good care of their kids.
It's a tough job and one that certainly does not include this in the job description.
We're getting compliments from the parents. Everybody's just so happy we have him.
But he's only so good at being a light because he knows what darkness feels like. Randy recently lost both his wife of 48 years and his grandson. Nothing could fill those empty seats in his life, but the packed rows of his bus every morning, they help.
It's made me look at life a lot different. Life is short. It just gives me meaning.
Life made all the more meaningful by his new co-pilot, his bus aide turned wife, Annette.
My smile just goes because he's so happy.
After the break, these artists did not let limitations keep them from making our year colorful. Some more Something Special for the Holiday next. We all know what the colors red, yellow, and green are doing at a traffic light. But what about the man beside it, making our days colorful? Here's the story of Lyman Bristol, who doesn't have much, but gives everything for hope.
At the crossroads of 28th Street and East Paris, traffic flows in an endless stream. At his own crossroads, just beside it, a man who's just trying to stay afloat.
Look at this one. I just did that this morning. There's just amazing stuff in my paintings.
Is that the best one?
Yes. Look at this. God bless you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Lyman Spalding Bristol
Wow.
never had much.
I sold my first piece for $100 10 days ago.
For the past 3.5 years, not even a place to call home.
I was just trying to do something good. God wants me painting. Definitely have a purpose. It's nice to have a place to put my stuff.
Every day, he carries his paintings back and forth from a nearby hotel. It's hard on his art and hard on Lyman,
Yeah.
but good
Yeah.
for his soul.
I'm living a dream. It might be rough at times, but there's really good things. Compliments, and the smiles, and the way I make people happy.
People are what lights a flame in Lyman,
Oh, yeah.
but there is no fire
Nope.
without Smokey.
He sure is. He's my best friend. When it got nice enough, I brought him out here. Just sits on my lap and chills. He gets the best treats, awesome food. He gets spoiled.
An artist and his muse,
He has the biggest personality.
making the most of a life they didn't get to choose.
What is it that keeps you going every day?
Making the world a better place if I can.
At this crossroads of life, Lyman may not have much,
God bless you.
but what he does with so little
It was
is art.
what I'm meant to do.
Lyman brings us an inspiring story from a budding artist, but our next story shows us there's beauty in the sunset of an art career too. Let's visit an art show that inspired us both for the art and the artist. Spring birds, nearby traffic, church bells. There are some sounds you recognize immediately, and others you're about to.
They say if they can't find me, they just listen.
Meet Ruth Stravers,
I'm a very healthy 97-year-old.
who still has a spring in her step.
I have so much energy that I have to have something to do.
Like many her age, the idle hands of retirement led Ruth to quilting 30 years ago. Unlike many,
And I took off like a jet.
she never stopped.
It just lit a flame. Sometimes I get the idea in the middle of the night and I wake up and I think, I've got a creative idea. And I get to work, get to play.
Play that led to today, where an art show of decades of work puts Ruth
Everything you see, I have done with these 10 fingers.
on full display.
This is partly an art show with a grandson, but it's also a birthday party. I said, if coming to this, they don't have to come to my funeral.
Ruth is my grandmother-in-law. She's a fireball. Yeah, a lot of energy. I've been sculpting for 30-some years, and when I saw her work, I was like, yeah, that needs to be out in the world. It's so beautiful.
They did all the work hanging them all. I just come and enjoy the hugs.
The birds chirp, traffic buzzes, and bells toll. But only one sound echoes off the walls, holding her life's work, a laugh like no other.
What more could you ask for? I'm blessed.
From a woman, just the same.
Ruth slowing down on her artwork is on par for most in their golden years, but I met another artist who, at 107, is just getting started.
It takes years.
I want to show you my dog.
To fill a home with life and laughter. Maybe that's why Doris Smeckerts has so much.
How old are you?
107.
Her room at the nursing home may be full of items she's collected.
He's really cute.
But her time,
Oh, yes.
that she chooses to give away.
Why do you think the Lord keeps you here?
I don't know. I've wondered about that. But the only thing I know, I make boxes. And people seem to enjoy them.
At her age, life can sometimes put her in a box.
Oh, a lot of years.
Doris, instead, thinks outside of it.
Where do you get the cards from?
People that give them to me, and I'm thankful. Years ago, I learned how to do it, and I just love to make boxes, give them to anybody that wants them. Some people like to put jewelry in them. Some could be for gift boxes, with a little gift of some kind.
Little gifts that have created quite a ripple effect.
A Ripple Effect started out as a resale shop in Allendale
Heather Devereaux
just to raise money for local and global missions.
would know.
Doris decided that one day she just wanted to give her boxes to us, and they're only 99 cents, but 100% of the proceeds for every box that Doris makes and we sell go towards women and children who are facing homelessness. They have been flying off the shelves.
Good things come in small packages.
The box is made. Is she cute?
The trinkets in Doris's home prove it true. But with these small packages,
That made a nice box.
it's unclear who
My fingers aren't too good yet anymore, so I might have to give it up someday, but
is breathing life into whom.
as long as I can.
Our hobbies may seem like a private pastime to most, but coming up, how two Grand Haven characters use theirs to brighten up our year. That's next. At first glance, you may mistake her for any plain Jane. Just wait until second glance, when she starts to dance. Jane Yonker is better known in Grand Haven as Dancing Jane. She's locally famous for busting a move at just about every Coast Guard Festival event.
I go to every concert, of course. I have to, because I love the Coast Guard.
Flags flutter over Grand Haven to celebrate the Coast Guard, but it's Jane that may as well be their calling card.
A lot of people come up, I don't even know them, and they just want pictures with me, hugs. Ready to dance? Not having much family around me, that makes me happy.
But the dancing only started when the music almost stopped. Jane was in a car crash in 2008 that left her with brain damage. She can't sit or lay comfortably at Coast Guard events, which is how this all started.
And God's given me the gift to be able to dance.
When life knocks you down, any plain Jane would just get back up. But Jane Yonker, instead, chooses to dance.
I need to keep dancing, doctor's orders.
Jane isn't the only character that has a unique way of showing their love for Grand Haven. Here's the story of a man who captured the attention of the community with his hobby and captured our hearts when we learned the reason behind it.
Yep, okay.
Some pass their retirement
There we go.
with a ship in a bottle. This retiree, instead, passes you with a ship on a bicycle.
It's always building and fixing something.
Dave Jaycott, known to tinker,
I guess I'm the local expert now.
found a late-in-life passion that stole his heart. Hook, line, and sinker.
I like making things, and now I'm making things for myself, as we can see right here.
This is what happens
I have to install the batteries.
when a Navy man turned carpenter calls it a career,
Can't get away from it.
but isn't done. After waiting decades for the freedom of retirement,
It's a lot more fun than working all the time.
3 times a week, for the last 14 years, he comes here to wait some more. For this
Hi, guys.
That's cool. Did you make that?
Yes, I did. Want to try it? Anybody that wants to drive it, I'll let them drive it. See, it's pretty simple, isn't it? I enjoyed teaching them, and I don't think I've seen a kid walk away that didn't have a smile on their face, except that I don't want to quit.
He was looking for someone to talk to.
It's a way for me to keep busy and connect with people.
He wasn't expecting to become the talk of the town.
It's amazing. We saw him ride by on his bicycle from our apartment, and we rushed right over so we could watch him put it in.
Wow, a tugboat. Yeah, a miniature one. It's beautifully made.
The bumpers, heat insulation tubing. The portholes, washers. The fenders, made by the local crochet club.
You use whatever is out there that looks good.
The name.
Victoria is my granddaughter.
That's recycled too.
Now I'm making plans to build another one for my grandson. So yeah, it doesn't end.
Retirement is all about winding down.
I'm doing something for myself and for other people.
But it's possible instead to find the wind in your sails.
It's living as far as I'm concerned.
Like Dave Jaycott.
It's something that makes me feel good.
And his tiny toy yacht.
It gives me a reason to keep going.
Things don't always go as planned, but sometimes that makes it more memorable. Coming up, 2 stories of how something special can happen just by being at the right place at the right time. The picture frames in our living rooms tell a story of how we got here. In the living room of Aaron and Kyle Baker, a Vicksburg couple who just welcomed their 3rd child, it tells the story of their newest arrival. But how that new arrival got here, they could have never pictured. Kyle started having light contractions, but they weren't in any rush to get to the hospital.
I was excited because I was immediately like, okay, we're gonna have this baby tonight or tomorrow.
They only made it about 15 minutes up the road when things started getting urgent. They pulled into the first parking lot that they saw. It happened to be their go-to date spot, One Well Brewing.
He put the car in park, he walked around the front seat and opened the door just in time to catch his head.
He came out so fast, I just remember yelling to this, I'm holding an entire baby in my hand.
Born healthy, 8 pounds, 3 ounces, 2 rosy cheeks, and a story unlike anyone you'll ever meet.
Oh, now you're hungry, huh?
Their newest baker, named after One Well Brewing, so he can never forget how he made his entrance. Meet Forrest Wells.
It's a very amazing story. I love it. I never want it to happen again.
Their little bun in the oven, who couldn't wait 1 more minute to become a baker. The bakers show us that some of the best blessings are the unexpected sort, and students in an archaeology class at Michigan State University prove it true. Here's what they discovered was lying beneath a spot that they were walking over every day. The symbol of summer blossoms at Michigan State University.
No, not those blossoms. These ones! Sprouting from the ground, the neon orange symbol, construction season, is here.
Absolutely.
Stacy Camp, who runs campus archaeology,
There's been a lot of construction.
would know.
If you look around this landscape, you see a parking lot, there's a basketball court, picnic tables, there's a building behind us.
Building something new, only to discover something old.
This is the most exciting find that I've experienced.
This tiny portion of campus, somehow spared from a shovel. Until
They had been putting hammock poles in this landscape and they hit something
underneath just 2 feet of dirt.
How did it go unnoticed for so long?
History unearthed.
Did some research and discovered that the first observatory on campus was right behind us where I'm standing, and it dated to 1880. It was literally below our feet.
As most buildings do, this one started with a carpenter.
There was funding secured by Dr. Rollo Carpenter. He was going to teach a course on astronomy and he needed an observatory. During this time period, students were building the buildings on campus.
Constructed by students 150 years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
Who better
Yes.
to do it again?
Nobody even knew that it was here until they were driving hammock poles.
Elliot Wheeler.
It's pretty spectacular.
And Madison Brown.
It's absolutely perfect.
2 anthropology majors given a chance East Lansing is so rare to offer.
I just found a piece of coal.
This is a great opportunity for students to get experience doing archaeology without spending a lot of money.
I've been so excited about it just through textbooks, and just to get my hands dirty is just another level of excitement.
To be unearthing history, it's something else, you know?
This is probably my favorite artifact. It is a very small series of shell buttons. I love when we find personal effects.
It's a different kind of connection you almost feel because you're experiencing what they experienced just in a very different time.
At the place where the future makes history once more.
It just makes you wonder what's under your feet.
Thank you for joining me to remember a bit of hope from the year behind us. I hope your new year is filled with a little something special. For 13 on Your Side, I'm Riley Mack.